Kellogg's Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the build-up wheat cereal with the prize in every package, invites you to share another thrilling adventure with Mark Trail.
Battling the raging elements, fighting the savage wilderness, striking at the enemies of man and nature. One man's name resounds from snow-capped mountains down across the sun-baked plains. Mark Trail! The dead afternoon air hardly stirs along the main street of a small village not far from Lost Forest. At one end of the village street walks Mark Trail. At his left, his constant young companion, Scotty. By his right hand, Andy, faithful St. Bernard. They pay little attention to the horses and wagon that jolt down the street in their direction. But the driver of the wagon, his eyes narrowed to slits, watches every move made by Mark Trail.
Look at that fool, Harry, just taking his time crossing the street. Get out! Get out!
Higgins, what are you doing? He'll make them nags bolt.
I sure will. You don't know it, but you're riding a runaway.
What?
Get ready to go over the side. Hey! Get out! Get out!
See you later, Higgins. I'm going over now.
And now, Mark Trail, you get yours.
Sounds like adventure? You bet. There's always adventure with Mark Trail.
And listen, if you'd like to hit the adventure trail, help build up strength, help build up energy, help build up strong bones and steady nerves, with that famous build-up wheat cereal, Kellogg's Pep. Whole wheat in its most delicious form, toasted flakes. That's Kellogg's Pep. But don't get the wrong idea. You won't have the strength of a log roller after only one bowlful of cereal. But a delicious dish of Pep with milk and sugar day after day will provide a powerhouse of the food elements needed to build up strength, energy, and nerve. You need them all to really hit the adventure trail. And mark this. Marvelous malty-flavored Pep has more vitamins than any other ready-to-eat wheat cereal. And before the show's over, I'll tell you why P-E-P also means prize in every package. Yes, tell you all about a dandy prize that waits for you in every box of Pep. Till then, just remember, if you want to hit the adventure trail and really feel fit for fun, ask your mother when she goes shopping to bring you a package of Kellogg's Pep. That's Kellogg's Pep.
Down the street of a small village near Lost Forest rushes a pair of whip-maddened horses dragging a heavy wagon. Directly in the path of the thundering juggernaut are Mark Trail, Scotty, and Andy. Driving the horses on is a man who cruelly licks his whip across the wet flanks of the frightened animals. But there is even more cruelty in the deadly cast of his eyes and the snarl on his lips as he drives the horses to run away.
And now, Mark Trail, you get yours.
Mark, look out! Mark, you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Golly, I thought the wagon went right over you.
It did. There wasn't time to do anything but dive underneath between the wheels and pray.
Gee, I'd like to get my hands on the guy who was driving that team, letting it get out of control like that.
Forget it, Scotty. I'm sure the driver couldn't help it.
Just the same, Hey, Mark, what are you looking at?
That man coming this way. I know him from somewhere.
Say, he's the guy who drove the wagon.
Well, howdy, Mr. Trail. Say, I'm sorry about almost running you down, but I lost control of the horses. You weren't hurt, were you?
No, not a scratch.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
You seem to know me, friend, but I don't remember where we met.
People usually can't forget me. The scar on the side of my face, you know. Don't you remember that either?
Why,
You should, Mr. Trail. You put it there 5 years ago.
Higgins. Clem Higgins.
That's right. 5 years ago, you helped to send me to jail. 7 to 10, the sentence was, with time off for good behavior.
Yes, and you had a partner, Jitters Skohari.
Yeah, we both got out last week. But listen, Mr. Trail, we don't want any more trouble. We made a mistake when we blew up Fish Creek Dam, and that's all in the past, okay?
Okay with me.
Well, shake.
Shake.
I guess I'll be moving along, then. I'm sure glad you weren't hurt. Wouldn't want you to be getting the wrong idea.
Forget it, Higgins. Accidents will happen.
Yeah, won't they? Well, so long.
So long.
Gee, Mark, I don't like his looks.
Now, Scotty,
But a criminal.
that's all in the past. He paid his debt to society. He's starting all over again.
Yes, I understand that. But that runaway, I'll bet he was trying to run you down.
Now, Scotty, you have a very suspicious little mind.
Gee, Mark, I was just worrying about you.
Thanks. And don't ever stop.
Well, why'd he and that other fella blow up Fish Creek Dam anyway?
Oh, they had a cabin about 20 miles north of the dam. They didn't even have any right there. The land didn't belong to them. Anyway, they claimed the dam took away their water supply and ruined the trapping. We offered to pay them a good amount of money in damages and resettle them elsewhere. Well, they took the money, but they moved right back again. I helped track them down.
And the scar on his face, he said you put it there.
We had a fight. He came at me with a knife. It was an accident, but I'm very sorry it happened.
Well, just promise me one thing, Mark.
Sure.
Be careful of Higgins. The way he touched that scar on his face, well, he almost seemed to be saying that he'd pay you back, no matter how long he had to wait.
Clem, what's the matter? You ain't said a word in 5 miles. Just sit there rubbing your scar and looking.
Don't say that word.
What word?
Scar. I think about it enough. I don't need reminding. I still can't see how this team missed running trail down today. He must have a rabbit's foot.
Rabbit's foot ain't so lucky. Best charm's a snakeskin wrapped around the foot of a toe.
Ah!
You and me, we ain't had nothing but trouble ever since I lost my lucky charm. I didn't lose that charm, we'd never have went to jail.
You're crazy. If you hadn't left footprints all over...
Because I lost that charm. I went looking around for it, and that's how come the footprints.
I should have killed you for being so stupid.
I tell you, it was the charm. First thing, now we're getting home, I'm going right over to a witch woman I know and get me a new one.
You ain't but a superstitious fool. I could get more company out of a grizzly than I can with you. Say, what was it the doctor up at the prison said about my scar?
I don't know.
Saying grizzly made me think of it. The doc said I looked like I'd been clawed by a bear. Clawed by a bear.
What are you mumbling about?
Well, you want to see Mark Trail get his for what he done to us, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't think I'd go back to prison either.
No danger. If a bear kills a man, why, nobody thinks anything of that, now, do they? Well, now, supposing Mark Trail was to meet up with a bear, a real killer bear.
Huh?
If a bear kills a man, well, now, that's just tough luck. Especially if the man is Mark Trail.
Hey, Scotty. Scotty!
Oh, yes, Mark?
What's up? You haven't said a word all afternoon.
Oh, I was just reading.
I see that, but what's so interesting?
Well, you see, Mark, I went down to the courthouse and borrowed the public record of the Higgins-Schoharie case. Gee, I didn't know you were a kind of detective.
Not me, Scotty. I'm no detective.
But the whole case reads like a detective story. How you found a charm near the dam, discovered who it belonged to, took a cast of footprints and tied them in with the charm.
Thanks for the bouquet, Scotty, but I didn't do all the work. Bob Anderson and Ken Williams helped me a lot with the detective work.
Yeah, but how did you know all that stuff about charms? That, the red devil amulet you found near the dam?
Same way you're learning now. Read it in the book. When I was your age, I used to make charms. My favorite was an amulet called Mask of the Horned Owl. People used to claim it was the only charm that could put a jinx on any other charm. Nothing but superstition, of course.
Well, gee, Mark, if people believed in it.
I get it. Hello? Yes, Mark Trail speaking. Oh, hello, Sergeant Dalton. What? Good heavens. Okay, I'll be up there right away. That was the state police, Scotty. They just found Bob Anderson dead.
What?
Clawed to death by a bear.
This is exactly the way we found him, Trail. Evidently, he cornered a bear here against the hollow and the bear charged. See, there are the tracks.
Gee, Mark, it's awful. Anderson was such a lot of fun, too. A real guy.
Scotty, you go back to the car and wait. We won't be long.
Okay. I don't feel so good anyway. Come on.
Well, what do you make of it, Trail?
It looks like he was killed by a bear, Dalton, but there's something wrong.
You sensed it too, huh?
Yes, for one thing, this rifle Anderson had with him. 30 feet from his body. Why?
Beats me.
Furthermore, the gun's loaded, and not a shot fired. Anderson was a good shot. Now, the bear's tracks show that it traveled 30 feet to reach Anderson, and yet he didn't fire one shot.
I can't figure it out.
Another thing, Anderson was attacked head-on, and yet there's no sign that he tried to protect himself in any way. That's not at all like Anderson. He was the kind of man who wouldn't hesitate to grapple barehanded with anybody or anyone if his life depended on it.
Yet there's no denying he was killed by a bear. Everything points to it.
Mark!
Hey, listen, that's Scotty.
Sounds like trouble. Let's get moving.
Come on.
Scotty! Scotty, what's going on?
It's Andy. He's cornered a bear.
Look at it, Trail. A big one.
Andy! Andy, come away! Let him alone!
He won't listen to you, Mark.
He's going to get hurt. You stay out of the way, Scotty. I'll get some stones and try to chase Andy off.
I'll help you, Trail.
Andy, come away from there. Come away.
Hey! Hey, he's getting mad. He's going to charge.
Scotty, look out! He's coming right at you! Scotty! Fangs bared in an ugly snarl, the shaggy monster charges over the ground straight at the helpless boy, while Mark and the state trooper stand some distance away, apparently unable to save him. We'll continue in a moment, so stand by. Is Mark really beaten this time?
And how about you? Will you be beaten the next time one of the gang says, "Hey, I'll race you down to the corner. On your mark, get set, go." He got off to a head start. But you've been making Kellogg's Pep a main part of your breakfast day after day. Pep, the build-up wheat cereal. Wheat in its most delicious form. Toasted flakes. Ready to eat, fun to eat. Wonderful with milk and sugar. Nearly halfway to the corner now. Time to call on that powerhouse of food elements you've been getting from your daily dish of Pep to help you build up strength, energy, strong bones, and steady nerves. So a race like this is more fun because you feel fit for fun. Faster now. Faster. It's the last 10 yards. You did it. You won. Yeah, that's what can happen when you've been eating Pep, when you really feel fit for fun. And race or no race, remember you still want Kellogg's Pep. And listen later on, I'll tell you all about the dandy prize that's waiting for some lucky boy or girl in every box of Pep. Meantime, remember, if you want to really feel fit for fun, you want Kellogg's Pep.
Deep in Lost Forest, Mark Trail and Sergeant Dalton of the state troopers were investigating the strange death of Bob Anderson, a conservation officer, when suddenly Mark's St. Bernard dog, Andy, cornered a huge bear. Enraged, the shaggy beast charged out into the clearing straight at Scotty, alone and unable to defend himself.
Mark, help me.
Dalton, your rifle, quick!
I haven't got it. Wait a minute. Anderson's rifle. I'll get it.
Hurry, man! Run, Scotty! Head for those trees!
I don't think I can make it.
That's it, Andy! After him! Get him, boy! Dalton, where's the gun?
I've got it. Stand back. I'll try to pick him off. Oh, blast it, I missed. I'm afraid of hitting the dog.
Mark, the bear's turning on Andy. Kill him, quick!
Here, Dalton, give me that gun!
Okay, Trail, but watch it. The dog is all over the place.
The bear's rolling up. Now!
Ah! You got him, Trail. You got him.
Boy, that was a lucky shot.
Oh, lucky my eye.
Come on away from there, Andy. Come on. Golly, Mark, that was perfect.
Sorry I grabbed the rifle away from you like that, Dalton.
That's okay. I'm glad you did. I could never have made a shot like that.
Oh, good boy, Andy. Good boy.
Mark, look, his shoulder. It's slashed.
Oh, the bear caught him. We better get him home and dress that cut.
Right. Come on, Andy. We'll fix you up.
Well, looks like we were looking for something that wasn't there, Trail.
What do you mean?
We were just being too suspicious. Anderson must have been killed by a bear, and probably this one.
You really think so, Dalton? I wonder.
That you, Higgins?
Who else, you fool? Open up. You going to let me stand outside all night?
You told me be careful.
What did you find out?
Well, it's all over town. Not only did a bear kill Anderson, but a bear attacked that kid that's always with Trail. People think the woods is full of killer bears.
That was a piece of luck. Bear going after the kid. I told you my new trouble charm would work for us.
Don't be a fool.
Just the same, without this charm, well, I wouldn't want to be in this.
Okay. It works black magic every day. Now listen to me. We're rid of Anderson. Next on the list is Ken Williams.
Williams? But I thought we were going after Trail.
3 men put us behind bars, didn't they? Anderson, Williams, and Mark Trail. Anderson was easy. Williams, he'll be just as easy. But Trail, he's something else again. That's why he has to be last. Don't you see, once the bear has got Anderson and Williams, Trail won't sleep until he tracks it down and gets rid of it.
Uh-huh. I get what you mean.
Yeah? Then tell me, just what do I mean?
You and me. We'll lead Trail right to the den of the killer bear, right?
Yeah. And all the time we're in the clear. Nobody can hold us responsible for what a wild animal does. Now, can they?
Hey, Mark.
Yes, Scotty, what is it?
Well, could you take a minute to look at something I made?
Well, sure, let's see it.
Now, don't laugh, because this is the first time I ever tried.
Scotty, a charm. Mask of the Horned Owl. That is not bad at all.
Well, I made it for you.
Well, that's nice of you, Scotty.
To wear around your neck. You said yourself it's the jinx of all other charms.
Okay, Scotty, if you want me to. I'll wear it for good luck.
You want me to get it?
No, I can reach it. Hello? Yes, speaking. Oh, hello, Dalton. Anything new on the... What? Oh, no. Okay, I'll be right there.
Mark, what...
Scotty, I'm afraid your charm isn't very lucky. Ken Williams has just been found dead. Killed by a bear.
I was a little premature on the phone, Trail. Williams isn't dead, but he's very critically hurt. 1,000 to 1 he won't pull through.
Where is he?
We rushed him to the hospital.
And you're sure it was a bear?
Well, he was badly clawed. It looked like a bear's work. But come on, you have a look around.
All right. Hey, Scotty.
Yes, Mark?
Where's Andy?
Over there, practically falling asleep in the sunshine.
Falling asleep? Wait a minute. I wonder. Dalton.
Yes?
Remember when we found Anderson? Andy acted pretty much the same way, kind of logy and sleepy, until he smelled a live bear, and then he went wild?
Well, what are you getting at?
If there had been a bear in this area in the last couple of hours, the scent of the bear wouldn't have completely disappeared yet, especially not if the bear had been fighting man.
I get it. No scent, therefore no bear.
Golly, Mark, what does it mean?
Anderson wasn't killed by a bear, he was murdered. And someone tried to kill Williams, too. Dalton.
Yes, Mark?
Probably Williams can tell us who attacked him, if and when he recovers. But if the news gets out that he's still alive, the murderers will have plenty of time to make a getaway.
But if you know who the killers are, why don't we nab them first?
Because we have no proof. Now listen, give out a story that Williams is dead. That will give our killers a false sense of security.
But, Mark, they might be planning to strike again.
I'm sure they are. And I know now who their next victim will be.
Who?
Me.
Well, hello, Mr. Trail.
Oh, hello, Higgins.
You remember Schoharie?
Sure. How are you, Jitters?
Much better, if you don't mind.
Say, too bad about Mr. Williams and Mr. Anderson, ain't it?
Yes, a shame.
Well, you know, Mr. Trail, me and Schoharie have got an idea where the killer bear who got them hangs out. Thinking of hunting him down. But the two of us ain't good enough to do it alone. Now, you was a friend of Williams, and you're the best tracker in these parts.
So?
So we thought maybe you'd like to join us in this hunt.
Well, now, I don't know. When are you thinking to start?
Well, I thought we'd get going right away, huh, Schoharie?
Yeah, right away.
Of course, if you ain't interested in getting revenge for your friends, Mr. Trail, well, I guess me and Schoharie can handle the matter somehow.
Oh, I'm interested, all right. I'll go with you. My gear is right over here in my car.
Good. Come on, Schoharie.
What are we gonna...
Come on, you fool.
Oh, yeah, sure, Clem.
Here we are. Climb in, boys. Andy, down,
Hey,
boy.
hold that. Oh, he's gone for me.
Get back, boy.
Hey, now listen, Trail, we can't take him with us. The bear will get wind of him a mile off and head for the other end of the woods.
Maybe you're right.
Look out!
Help! Get him off of me! Get him
Down,
off of me!
Andy,
Get
down.
him off! Oh, wait. Oh, some dog jumping on a fellow like that. Tore the pocket right out of my coat.
Go home, Andy. Go home to Scotty.
Yeah, go away.
You heard me. Go home to Scotty. That's it. Gee, wait here. Let me help you up, Sir Harry. Sorry about the coat. I'll buy you a new one.
Dog like that shouldn't be around loose. Darn near twisted my arm out of the socket.
Oh, here, you dropped something.
My charm, give me that.
Oh, still going for that stuff, eh? Black River amulet, isn't it?
Ain't none of your business.
Yes, a Black River amulet. Just one jinx against it. Mask of the Horned Owl, I hear.
That's a jinx on all charms.
Let's see. What was it? The day of the Horned Owl, then you'll hear the dead men howl. That's the way it
I
goes.
don't say that. I ain't supposed to say it. It breaks the spell.
Ah, don't be a fool, Skull Harry. There ain't any truth to that stuff. Now let's get going.
Right. Climb in, boys. We can stop and pick up your equipment at your cabin.
Yeah, and before nightfall, Lost Forest will have seen the last of the killer bear, eh, Trail?
I hope you're right, Higgins. I hope you're right. Higgins, we've been going since sunup. No sign of a bear. You sure this isn't just a wild goose chase?
Not for me and Skull Harry, Trail. But for you, I'm afraid that's exactly what it is.
What are you talking about?
Trail, my rifle is dead center in your back, so there ain't much point in you trying anything. Skull Harry, take his gun in his pack.
Right.
Hey, what's this all about, Higgins?
This scar on my face, that's what it's all about. You put that scar there.
It was an accident. You drew a knife.
Anyway, it's there, and I've never been able to forget it. At the prison, the doc said it looked as if I was clawed by a grizzly. That gave me the idea, Trail, how to get square with you. Yeah, with you and a couple of other guys.
Anderson and Williams, for instance?
Yeah, the three of you sent me and Skull Harry to prison. Well, they got theirs, and now you're going to get yours.
Am I?
And when they find you, they'll think you was killed by a bear, just like the others. Now, if a bear killed you, I can't be held responsible, can I?
But a bear didn't kill Anderson or Williams, Higgins. It looked that way, but you forgot one thing. The scent. A bear smells like a bear.
So you knew all the time it wasn't a bear?
Sure.
Well, then you're the prize fool of all time, coming into the woods with Skull Harry and me.
I wanted to come. I wanted to find out just how you did it.
Well, we'll be right glad to show you. But you'll never tell anyone. Skull Harry, hold your gun on him.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Now get up close. Now, Trail, you can see and feel for yourself the claw of the killer bear.
Oh, very clever, Higgins. I should have thought of that. The forearm of a bear nailed to a club. No wonder it looked like the work of a bear.
And now we'll see if we can't leave a few scars on you. And when your friends find your body, they'll just mark up another victim for the killer bear.
Slowly, step by step, Higgins advances on Mark, his face a mask of hatred, and his arm upraised, ready to deliver the fatal slashing stroke. We'll continue in a moment, so keep listening.
Well, here's the big news, the prize news. Do you know what prize you'll find in every box of Kellogg's Pep? A brightly colored plastic statuette. Sure, a little statue. Could be a cowboy, Indian, football, baseball, or basketball player. Even an animal. There's 18 of them all told. Why not collect them? Trade them. Each statuette is on its own pedestal, so you can stand them in toy villages, move them around in games, give them a ride in toy trains and boats. And mark this. You don't have to spend a penny extra, don't have to mail a box top, or even wait a single day for your prize. No, sir. All you do is open your box of Kellogg's Pep, and there, right inside the package, in its own cellophane wrapper, is your brightly colored statuette. Fun to find? Oh, you bet. And fun to play with. But you'll have even more fun eating every crisp toasted flake of marvelous malty-flavored Pep. So when Mother goes to market, tell her to pick the package with P.E.P. on the front. P.E.P. for prize in every package. P.E.P. for Pep, the build-up wheat cereal. That's Kellogg's Pep.
Held at gunpoint by Schoharie, Mark waits tensely as Higgins advances upon him, holding the deadly bear claw high, ready to bring it down in one fatal stroke. But then, suddenly, Mark turns his attention to Schoharie.
Schoharie, look here inside my shirt. You can't kill me. Take a good look.
Clem, it's the mask of the Horned Owl. It's a jinx. A jinx. That's why he says we can't kill him.
That charm can't stop me, Trail.
Remember what I said before. The day of the Horned Owl. Then you'll hear the dead men howl.
Clem, that's it. The howl of the dead man.
No, it's a dog, you fool.
Oh, Clem, the dead man. The charm's jinxed us. The mask of the owl, and now... There it is again. Clem, the jinx is on us. I'm getting out of here.
Why, you yeller... Come back here. Pick up that rifle.
Too late, Higgins. Now we can pick you up. Ow! That ought to hold you for a while. Andy, old boy.
Oh, Mark, are you all right?
Sure, never better.
We got here as fast as we could, Trail.
Everything's under control, Dalton. And here's a prisoner to add to your collection. You'll find Schoharie running around in the woods.
Golly, I was so worried when Andy showed up without you and kept trying to make us go with him.
He led us to where your car's been parked, and we found a piece of a man's coat pocket. Scotty recognized it as Schoharie's. Once in the woods, Andy brought us straight to you, but not in time for the fireworks.
Oh, Andy, you're terrific. You saved Mark's life.
As a matter of fact, Scotty, you had a lot to do with keeping me alive.
Me?
The amulet you gave me. This little mask of the Horned Owl did it.
What?
I never heard of such an amulet, and I doubt that one was ever heard of before. I made it all up. But if you're a superstitious man like Schoharie, I guess you'll believe in anything, even a jinx.
Hear that, gang? It's the sound of a train speeding through the night toward danger and destruction. That's the angry roar of an escaped lion as it prowls through the woods, threatening to ravage Lost Forest. You'll hear it all on Friday, when Mark Trail attempts to track down a killer at the Circus of Fear. Tune in, same time, same station on Friday, and find out what happens to Mark Trail. Battling the raging elements, fighting the savage wilderness, striking at the enemies of man and nature. One man's name resounds from snow-capped mountains down across the sun-baked plains. Mark Trail!
Remember to tune in then on Friday when Mark Trail will again be brought to you by the Build-Up Wheat Cereal, Kellogg's Pep.
This program is entirely fictitious. The resemblance of any name, personality, or incident to an actual person or event is merely coincidental. This program came from New York. Mark Trail by Ed Dodd also appears in the comics of many of America's leading newspapers. Look for it daily and Sunday. Matt Crowley portrays Mark Trail and Ben Cooper is Scotty. Today's Mark Trail was written by Elwood Hoffman, directed by Drex Hines. Jackson Beck speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.